That is definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when most percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number one, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC. The biker boys, the biker boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully.
Swoosh! Swoosh! Swoosh. Man, I just want to say good morning. And I'm Black Dragon, and I've always wanted my own swoosh. And I'm so happy that I have my own swoosh. I mean, Nike's not the only people that have a swoosh. I have a swoosh. And I'm so pleased with it. I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. We're getting new subscribers like 200 a day, man. Wow. That's swooshy. So I want to say thank you all to all my new subscribers, my Black Dragonettes, the Black Dragon biker girls, and my Black Dragon viewers. I am Black Dragon, and I'm just so pleased to have you all here on Black Dragon Biker TV. It's now been since July 2016, and we are doing the damn thing. We're like 8 years into this thing, couple years short of 10 years, and you guys are here every day with me on the #1 biker news show in all the world. We have survived. We've survived all of the previous biker news shows that were out there. We're the last one standing. Kinda. There's some new ones coming in. Like there's one over there in Australia, and they're really good show. And there are a few others, but right now we're here and we're doing our thing. We do biker news and MC Protocol, although not so much of the MC Protocol have we been doing lately, but we're bringing it back now for the summer. Everybody's riding, getting back to the hardcore MC Protocol and that sort of thing. So we're here Monday through Fridays, and we've recently had a new addition to the show. A young man that has some chops in the biker world community. He brought his motorcycle club. He was one of the founders that brought it from Brazil. It's an international motorcycle club. He brought it from Brazil to America which was a pretty big thing, and rose to the position of a national, I believe, secretary, some national officer, and he did all this while suffering a motorcycle wreck, and became an amputee, and still got back up on his motorcycle and rode and that sort of thing. So for a young man, he's done quite a bit in terms of biker stuff, and getting into the biker world. Was not a member for a very long time, but had a huge impact on his motorcycle club and had to learn MC protocol and things like that. From a young person's perspective, I tell you, at 28 years old, 27, 20, he's probably 25 or 20 or so when he did this. I was just like a prospect hanging around in the club. I wasn't doing big shit for any reason. I wasn't making stuff go down like that. So it wasn't for me. It wouldn't be for another 20 years of being in the motorcycle club. I would be in my 40s before I did the big things in my motorcycle club. So he did the things in his young years. So I was glad to add him as a co-host and bring him into the show and let folks get to know who he is. And for me, it was an idea of letting my young folks, because I've always had young folks, 15, 16-year-old folks and stuff, especially when I first got started. And so I always wanted to keep maintain a kind of a thing with them. So I wanted him to be able to talk and have somebody my younger folks could identify with. So that's why I brought him on the show. And so we're moving forward from there. So I would like to introduce none other than Mike Ball.
Thank you so much for that introduction. That was extremely kind of you. Cheers to everybody. We stood the test of times.
Black Dragon and Mike Ball sitting up here with you all Monday through Friday, day to day, bringing the news the biker way. Biker Club views, Biker Club news, Biker Club you can use, biker music, biker everything. Here in the place to be with Black Dragon and Mike Ball. Mike Ball the wise, bringing it to you from the young person's eyes. Black Dragon and Mike Ball are the #1 news channel in all the world.
Man. That sounded like you were doing one of those introductions at a WWE event.
Oh, really? I've never been to one
That
of those.
sounded great. That sounded great. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. That you know something? That's my favorite
Is it?
announcer dude of all times. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He is my absolute favorite, the let's get ready to rumble guy. I used to just stand up and just yell that, let's get ready to rumble.
I believe it.
And he was he's so cool. There's like 3 or 4 of those dudes out there. You got to get your whatever your thing is.
Your slogan, your little things about you.
Yeah, one guy is it's showtime or something like that. You remember that guy?
Yep.
And then one of my favorites, you're too young to know this guy, but he was a fat dude, a black belt, and he would referee all of the black belt fights in the beginning of the black belt, and I think he's Chuck Norris's brother.
What?
If I remember right? Yeah.
Stop the cat.
Yeah, he's
That's crazy.
Fat dude.
Chuck Norris has a fat brother.
Yeah, but he's a karate. Don't get it twisted. Chuck Norris's son was a great karate guy too. He did a movie way back in the day with him in prison, in a Russian prison. That movie was was cool, man. So anyway, I'm pleased with some of those great announcers, man. They just really
they have their fun little slogans that everyone's going to remember for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Let's get ready to rumble. It's showtime.
There's all sorts of ones.
There's a couple. But each one has its thing. But for me, the greatest one was the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy. What's his name?
We got a name dropped in the chat. Maybe it's Carlos Ray.
No, that's not his name.
Is that the other one? Chuck Norris is almost as bad as a man as Mike Ball. Oh my God, that's crazy. You're funny, dude.
Chuck's son is going MMA. Is Chuck? How can Chuck's son go MMA? He's got to be. It's got to be his young. He's got a young son from that bad.
Oh, really?
Badass chick he picked up. Yeah, he's got a.
That's how it usually works, you know.
He's got a young wife. Not young for you because she's probably 50 now. So,
but the age gap,
you'd be like, yeah, that's not young. But for me, 50,
and you got
a young woman. 30 is, nice.
30 is banging.
30's banging. I can't drop much less than 30.
Oh wow, Carlos Ray is Chuck's real name.
There you go. I did not know that. No, I didn't know that. So Chuck is Hispanic? Is that what you're saying? Shoot. Or just named Carlos?
Yes,
Carlos. I met Chuck Norris in my life. Yeah. When I was a young kid fighting on the black belt tour, Chuck Norris would come in, and he used to have a school out in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia area.
Wow.
That taught Tang Soo Do, at least one school. I've been to a school before, and all those guys. I met everybody. Danny Inosanto, Chuck Norris.
That's cool. That's
Ron Van Cleef, cool the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef. I met the original Black Dragon. I met. Oh my gosh, you name them. I met every single major karate guy. Master Jack Huang out of Oklahoma City was my instructor for a while. Tom Haggerty, Peter Rogers, the Kobo-Roo system down in Florida, and originally Groton, Connecticut. Kiyoshi Frank Hargrove out of the Norfolk, Virginia area was my teacher for a long time. I've met all the. No. Now,
was it based off of all of karate? That's where it came from, like the connections.
Yeah, I was
well, I know you were in karate, so I was wondering if that was the connection to meeting
that I met all those guys. I fought with so many of those guys.
Wow.
Or definitely under them, or they refereed or something like that, or I fought their students and stuff. But everybody except Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee had died by the time I became, prominent in the sport or whatever the case may be. But traveled all around the world and fought, did all that stuff, man.
And you were taught by a one-legged dude.
My initial instructor was a one-legged man.
He was black belt, right?
He was a 7th degree black belt.
That's crazy.
In Shurinu Karate.
You can do anything.
And he was called Master Lawrence Eugene Johnson Jr. God rest his soul. He was an amazing martial artist, amazing. And he was called the one-legged boxer. He was bad, man. Bad boy. He could jump up.
Kicking ass with one leg.
He could jump up in the air, kick you with that leg, and land back down on that leg.
You get hit by that leg, dude? Oh my God. I've accidentally kicked myself and I put myself on the ground.
Now, the leg, the wooden leg.
Oh, man.
It was made out of plastic, but he called it the wood.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a real leg. It's not like your leg. It looked like a
mine's
real
all
leg.
Hydraulics and
they didn't have those
carbon fiber.
They had it looked like a leg, and it was black. He was black. It was the wrong color for his body.
Oh no, he had the wrong shade.
He had the wrong shade of black.
Oh no.
That's all you could get back then. And
well, I mean, I wear a black leg, so
yeah, yours is black and metallic. So
we're doing this whole thing.
Yeah. Yours is the wrong shade for your body too. So
totally.
He used a sock to put it on, some sort of sock, and then he would pull the sock out, and the suction would pull down on.
I've got the suction and the pin lock where it locks in with a pin at the bottom and goes click, 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 click. So it's got both the suction and the pin lock.
And
I did that specifically because I ride motorcycles, and I didn't, because when you sweat, it actually loses the suction and you can lose your leg while riding. It's happened to other amputees. So I'm like, I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to have a safety where it locks in no matter what. If I lose suction, I'm not losing my 6-figure leg, on the highway. Not happening.
That would suck.
It would suck extremely.
So he could kick you with that leg. He would take a little step and throw his hip, and that leg would come. And if you put something up to block it, that thing was broken.
Yeah.
And I would see him take dudes out, and he could do a reverse crescent with that leg. And as that crescent came back down to the top of your head, he's hitting you with this plastic wooden thing.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
And I just see him pop people, and they just gone. He was a bad dude, man.
Nah, it's awesome.
I loved him, man. Master Lawrence Eugene Johnson Jr. Gone.
Yeah, and Steve, that's the sad thing right there is even my whole prosthetic leg thing, I shouldn't have even gotten what I did. That was granted to me because of how active I am and all of that. My prosthetist, the person that makes the leg, they kind of took the pain of the cost. So the sad thing is most people that end up amputated, especially the arms and stuff like that, you're not going to get those crazy arms where like the hands move by themselves with the nerves and stuff like that. That costs so much money that the average person doesn't get it. So they get some bootleg hook thing like that. Sad.
Oh man, something's going wrong with my sound.
Getting stuck in one is not cool.
Okay, there it goes. One of my sounds was off. And
I hate that.
So my listening audience was only getting something that didn't sound like stereo. Sorry guys, I'm just not fixing that. I just looked over and noticed it.
But well, better now than
right here wasn't
all the way
working.
at the end.
Yeah, one of those wasn't working. No, we got so much going on over here, man. So much going on.
The background is insane.
Yeah. Okay, so news story today. Hey, Mike, in America, you have it easy because they've tried. They've kind of tried, but they haven't been able to like get rid of certain organizations. Like, if you want to belong to the Ku Klux Klan, it's there. If you want to be a Black Liberation Army dude, it's there. If you want to be the Ain't Giving an F crew, I don't know if you remember them or not. They were called the National Ain't Giving a F crew, something like that.
I like that.
And they were black dude, radical dudes. And they're there. You can get in. You can join. Probably not them anymore. I think they put their leader in prison. But you can join that. If you want to join the Bandidos, you can. If you want to join the Outcast motorcycle, you can. If you want, you can.
They're just going to tack on gang enhancements, though. You know.
But what if they tried? They tried. With the Mongols, they tried to like take their whole name,
the whole insignia, the entire patch. It's incredible. They tried
to take their whole name. So in that way, they tried to shut them down, but it hasn't happened yet in America that they can shut down anything. They haven't been able to shut down the mafia, the mob, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts. They haven't been able to shut down anybody yet. But in other countries, they can shut your ass down.
Yep.
They can be like,
they don't have the same freedoms we got.
No more motorcycle club here. We don't know.
If their government overseas or whatever decide we're not going to have these people in here anymore, that's what they do. You know what I mean? Like they can do that over there, which is incredible.
We got that situation. Looks like that's getting ready to try to happen over here in Denmark.
Oh.
Denmark looks to actually dissolve completely. The Bandidos Motorcycle Club after a trail of violence. So they're saying that we're going to dissolve y'all. Y'all fixing to be dissolved. And this happened 3 hours ago. This was the independent news organization out there that put this story out 3 hours ago. And it says members of Bandidos in Denmark have been jailed for murder, attempted murder, assault, and drug-related crimes. So I guess they're through with them. Here in this picture, they have this caption. It's the back of a Bandido guy over there. I guess it's Germany. That looks like GER down there. So maybe this is Germany, not Denmark. But it says Bandidos gang member sits on his motorcycle outside a Berlin club in 2011. 2011!
Wow.
This picture goes way back.
It's extremely way back.
This guy might not even be in the club anymore.
For real.
Denmark's government said Wednesday it wants a court of law to dissolve the Danish arm of the Bandidos motorcycle club. Justice Minister Peter Hummelgaard said the group's brutal behavior leaves bloody traces. Under Denmark's constitution, organizations that promote or incite violence can be dissolved by a court order. The Danish chapter of the Bandidos MC was created in 1993. 3 years later, a feud between them and the rivals Hells Angels broke out in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, ending with 11 dead and nearly 100 wounded. In recent years, members of the Bandidos in Denmark have been jailed for murder, attempted murder, assault, and drug-related crimes. The lawyer representing Bandidos, Michael Huell Eckerson, or it could be Jewel Eckerson, told broadcaster TV2 that he was not surprised by the move after the government said in June that a specialized police unit was looking into disbanding the group. Now, here's a picture of Hells Angels. In this picture, the caption says, Hells Angels in Munster, Germany, after 2 Bandidos were convicted of murdering one of their members.
Oh, wow.
The freedom of association was not created to protect mean criminals. So I guess they have freedom of association there in their country. But they said that was not created to protect mean criminals.
Okay, so it's only for a select group of people, not for everybody.
The select group being non-criminals, according to them.
Understood.
Now,
so
whoever they say a criminal is, could probably be wide-ranging.
Totally.
But it's not for everybody. The freedom of association was not created to protect mean criminals. That's for sure, he says. Hummelgaard said, adding that other organized gangs in Denmark could also face dissolution. I would like to have them all banned if it is legally possible, he told a press conference. Is that just any group he doesn't like? We don't know. In September 2018, Danish police issued a temporary nationwide ban against the E-Loyal to Familia organized criminal group.
Is that a club or what is that?
An organized criminal group, they say.
Wow.
E-Loyal to Familia. Wow. In 2021, Denmark's Supreme Court agreed with a lower court's conclusion that the group was a threat to public order, and the group has since been dissolved. But the people are still there, so you haven't dissolved anything but a name. In the UK, last year, 3 bikers were jailed for killing a rival motorcycle gang member who wore his colors on their patch. You remember that? We covered that.
I do. Yeah. Sure as shit remember this.
Benjamin Perry, 42, and Chad Bradling, 36, both from Plymouth. Remember that? Along with Thomas Pauley, 32, from Ivyburg, were found guilty of the manslaughter of David Crawford, a 59-year-old grandfather from Plymouth. You remember that story where they actually ran over him and drug him down the road and left the burn mark of the bottom of the car in the man's head and just did all this craziness? And the guy who ran over him in his own company vehicle with the video playing of the whole damn thing. Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, that's the one they're talking about.
Perry was in Plymouth, right?
Yeah, in Plymouth. And I believe that it was somebody in this club that got hurt. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Let me not say because I can't remember exactly, but I do remember the story. Perry was jailed for 12 years, while Brading and Pauly were sentenced to 4 years. Remember, and they actually wrote to us. The family actually wrote to us and asked our subscribers to petition the court over there for a longer jail sentence for that murder. They only got like 12 years.
Yeah, it was very short compared to what
and that was the longer jail sentence. The 12 years was the longer jail sentence.
Wow. So there was a smaller sentence before.
It was a smaller sentence before. They called it manslaughter, not murder.
Right.
And the family managed to get 12 years.
Yeah, if you get manslaughter after you just murdered somebody, that is literally getting away with murder. Like getting manslaughter, that's like getting 3 years compared to something like 15, 20 years. Yeah.
So they got him to 12 years. Perry was jailed for 12 years, while Brading and Pauly were only sentenced to 4 years. The trio who were part of the Bandidos Motorcycle Club were all cleared of murder. I remember, I thought it was part of them.
Yep.
But I couldn't be sure. It's
You're accurate.
So the trio was part of the Bandidos Motorcycle Club. They were all cleared of murder, however. So yeah, Mike, they got away with murder.
Yeah, literally getting away with murder. When you get something like manslaughter, you're literally getting away with murder.
The elder member sentenced to the longer time in prison because of his significant, if not leading role, was banned from driving for 10 years. Oh wow, there's a punishment. Let's not let him drive for 10 years.
Yeah, that's the punishment that people get over there.
After he purposely ran over a man and drug him down the road for a mile and killed him. That was only manslaughter. That wasn't murder.
No, and all we're going to do there is give you a little bit of time, and now you can't drive, which is a punishment.
Yeah,
that's your punishment. Like, that's crazy. You're lucky to be walking. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
The victim, who was a member of the rival chapter, the Red Chiefs, was killed on the A38 near Plymouth on the evening of 12 May 2022 in what was described in court as a coordinated attack. Yeah. They followed the man and did all kinds of stuff and killed him and left him there on the street to die. So I guess that's the end of that story, man. They got a whole bunch of stuff here, but that's the end of that story. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. So they're going to try to do away with them specifically, or do you think they're going
to Bandidos? And looks like maybe some. Here's how these things work. If they're successful in getting rid of the Bandidos, then the Hells Angels will be next, and the Mongols will follow after that, and then of course the Mongrel mob. And it'll just
go down like domino effect.
Yeah.
I believe it. I mean, that's exactly what would happen here in the States if we allow one club to go down. That's what people weren't getting back during the Mongol case. You know what I mean? Like, people weren't realizing that though you may have them as oppositions, but if they go down, everyone goes down. Like, no one was, I'm not going to say no one, but there was people that didn't see the broader spectrum there for the culture.
Yeah. So, it's going to be very interesting. What if that works or not, then what happens afterwards? You'll just see and they already said in the article, we want to see all outlaw groups go away, criminal groups, they call them. Now,
criminal, yeah.
If here's the problem with that. They want to label entire groups as criminals. Now, like I know guys in all of these clubs. In every single club I've mentioned, some of those guys watch us here on this show.
Mm-hmm, they do.
And from every one of those clubs, those guys will reach out. The thing is this. I know a lot of those guys, they have jobs. I know a lot of those guys that have jobs and go to work and they have no criminal record whatsoever.
I do know those guys too.
And you belong to a club, and some guys in the club, maybe even a lot of guys in the club, maybe even the majority of the club, have done things that might be illegal. The thing is, and my grandma said, if you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. The thing is, guilt by association. Like, those other guys are guilty over there. So, but now the whole organization has been called a criminal organization. And what do you do when not everybody's a criminal? Because right now they are sentencing 12 police officers right now.
12? What happened?
6 police officers. They're sentencing 6 police officers right now for these guys are called the Goon Squad. And you see all these police sitting here. These guys are 6 police officers who went into into the house where 2 black men were staying. And they got a call. This happened in Mississippi. And they got a call that the black men were living with a white girl. So this pissed them off.
Okay,
and
so
they
this
went
is
over
the
to
story.
they went over to their house and beat them up, tortured them, sexually assaulted them. And they took a gun and put it in one guy's mouth. They unloaded it, took a bullet out, pulled the trigger, and then he cocked the gun and pulled the trigger again. This time not realizing that the gun was loaded. Shot off a piece of the man's tongue and broke his jaw. After sexually assaulting him with an object. And
there's not one in the chamber, and then you cock it back. What do you expect? I don't get it.
I'm not sure if it was a revolver or a semi-automatic, but it was crazy. So what they do to him is they figure out a way to blame these guys or whatever. And so when these guys started telling the authorities what actually happened to them, nobody believed them. And then eventually they were found to be innocent of those charges, and those charges were dropped, and these guys were found to be guilty. So here was their live sentencing.
Whose charges got dropped?
The black guys.
Okay.
They were charged with some
BS.
Yeah. And their stuff got dropped, and then these guys' stuff. So this right here you're looking at is the live sentencing of these guys. We're here. And the reason I bring this up is nobody's calling the cops a criminal organization. Maybe they should be disbanded. But you got cops that'll go into somebody's house and rape them, beat them, torture them, waterboard them, and shoot them in the mouth. Does that make the whole cop organization a criminal organization?
Well, with the narrative of the media, it should be, because they deem us the same way.
I mean, that's just a bad cop.
Classify us.
Can we have bad bikers? Can there be? Oh, that's a bad bandito. Not the bandidos are bad.
Right. That dude right there is an asshole. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
And maybe 4 others, maybe them 4 or them 16 that did something are bad. But we got to take out the whole organization. Then maybe we take out the whole police department and start all over. Maybe we pull their colors.
Yeah, for real.
Because there's 6 dudes that, here they are right here on trial. No, they're not on trial. They're getting sentenced. And I was looking at this thing.
100% hardwire. 100%.
Or inappropriate, I'm going to hold that person in contempt, and I'm going to order law enforcement to escort you out to the courtroom and take you into custody. Does everybody understand that?
Oh, so the judge is getting tough. If y'all mess up, I'm going to.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring it.
He said, if anybody. So he's telling that to. See, this is what really kind of makes me mad. He's telling that to the all black audience that's here.
That's who he's talking to.
He's telling this to the family. Yeah, he's letting the family know. If any of you all speak out or whatever, I'm going to put you in jail. You're not allowed to speak out in my courtroom about these mother effers that tried to hurt your son, your family member. That not tried to hurt him, but did hurt him. So I thought that was interesting. It
is interesting. It's an insult.
A little bit. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's an insult, 100%.
Yeah, it was. It kind of sucked. But anyway, here's where he says it right here.
Maybe he said it right before, but still.
Well, we didn't lag today, so what's this thing taking so long for?
I didn't get my mic on. Before we get started, I want to let everybody know here that I intend for these proceedings to go smoothly. I don't want to hear any interruptions, any outbursts from anybody. If I hear anything that's disrespectful or inappropriate, I'm going to hold that person in contempt, and I'm going to order law enforcement enforcement to escort you out of the courtroom and take you into custody.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Insane.
That's Mississippi for you.
Okay.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. Anyway, they bring the guys in. I guess this is man. So this is they've already been sentenced. This is the state sentencing. And these guys are all cops, man. How do you go from being a cop to now you're sitting over here? Like, what a change in the day, you know? Like,
Totally.
Never expected to be here.
Flip flop.
They must be from different prisons because they have different clothes on. So they must be keeping them in different places, maybe.
Yep, 100%, Cal.
Well, you never wake up. Like this cop right here is probably never thinking he's going to be one of these.
Hell no.
Over here.
Look at that cop. He looks nervous sitting the way he is with his arms. He's
this
like,
one?
Yeah. Look at him. He's all stiff as a board, dude.
Yeah. My thing is, why do you guys have your covers on indoors?
To me, it's totally just a play. You know what I mean? Like that's just a theater for me. You know.
This is
same thing with for the judge. It's all a show.
In the military, we don't do this. You don't wear your cover indoors. That's just
the whole
retarded.
thing is show.
Nobody does that. But anyway, they look tough. I mean, this guy with the brim over his eyes, you know, that
looks tough to you?
Yeah, that does not look tough. Look like a drill sergeant.
Tough. Nah.
Well, you got to go to boot camp.
Yeah.
If you go to boot camp, this hat will always look tough to you. You'll be like, oh, I
know
that.
Depending on what you've dealt with in the past, you know what I mean? If you've gone to boot camp, you see someone wearing one of those, you might be like, oh shit.
Oh my goodness, that guy.
Like, I'll listen, you know. Yeah.
So, I think we actually have to. There's going to be some talking. This guy's
manhood from me.
Yeah.
They did some unimaginable things to me, and the effects of it will last on my life forever.
So these guys get to actually stand up, and this is my first time seeing this video, but
this is live. I mean, this started right before we started this live.
Yeah.
So it's live right now.
Hey, Parker.
No, it's over now, but
well, I mean, it was
pretty close to live.
Their words. I'm going to read their impact statements to you. Statement of Michael Jenkins. Your Honor, please take these crimes by the Goon Squad seriously. Your Honor, it is true that me and Eddie in this event were called racist names. We were called nigger. We were called monkey. We were called boy. And we were accused of dating white women. The fact that these are police officers who terrorized more
there we go.
Of a nightmare for me. After Hunter Elwood shot me, they left me to die bleeding on the floor. And they tried to set me up to be in prison. Your Honor, they killed me. I just didn't die.
Damn.
January 24th, Your Honor, was the worst day of my life. I was brutally beaten and nearly killed by the Rankin County Sheriff's Department, also known as the Goon Squad. I never would have thought a night of hanging out with friends would nearly cost me my life.
For real.
They beat, kicked, tased, insulted, waterboarded, and humiliated me over and over again. That will forever be engraved in my mind and my heart. I am hurt. I'm broken. I'm ashamed and embarrassed by the entire situation. They tried to take my manhood from me. They did some unimaginable things to me, and the effects of it will last on my life forever. All the things I used to enjoy doing in my life have been affected. I am a musician and a singer, and now because of a gunshot wound that shattered my jaw, I can no longer do what I love to do, and that's sing. I play the drums for my church. And because I was shot in the face, it affected my vision, so I can no longer play. My timing, my train of thought, my judgment has been so clouded since I was shot. Waking up at night covered in sweat because of the nightmares of my attack. Loud noises, police lights, sirens, all give me extreme fear and anxiety. I am broken inside, and I don't ever think I'll be the person I was. I try every day to do some of the simple things I used to enjoy doing, but I can't, all because the real goons took it upon themselves to shoot me. I could be dead and gone, but the God I serve has other plans. I am currently undergoing therapy from my psychologist in order to heal what happened to me. I want all of them to remain behind bars and to be off the streets, and I'm praying for the maximum sentence for the Goon Squad.
1000%.
Statement on behalf of Mr. Michael Jenkins, Your Honor.
Absolutely.
This next statement here is from Mr. Eddie Parker, who's with us today. He's in the courtroom. Have a seat seated there.
I wonder why they didn't speak.
Mr. Eddie Parker says
right
as follows. The very bad actions of the Rankin County Goon Squad officers severely impacted me and has left a scar on me that will last forever. I never knew the ones that were sworn to protect and serve would be the ones I need protection from. I don't know if I'll ever be able to sleep again at night. I am in constant fear someone will break into my home and terrorize me again. I fear I will be attacked or even killed by police in Rankin. The humiliation and embarrassment from the sexual assault is too great for me to talk about. Therefore, I am in therapy now and for the future. My family is also affected by this. They worry more about my safety. My financial situation has taken a crucial hit also. I am terrified of the public, Judge. My mind is all messed up and my emotions are sometimes all over the map.
PTSD.
What happened should have never happened. Damian Cameron and a long list of other victims would agree, but they can't because they have been killed by the Goon Squad. My life was not perfect, but it was mine. I doubt if I'll ever experience it again. I wish I didn't have to experience the memory of this torture session, but I can't do that either. I can't erase my memories, but I will struggle to live on. They should be given what they gave me and Michael Jenkins, which was no mercy, and I pray for the maximum sentence. That is the victim's impact statement on behalf of victim Eddie Parker. And I thank you, Your Honor, for allowing me to read these words.
Wow. Even just thanking the judge, you know, wow.
I wonder why he didn't say nothing, though. Well, you know what? He lives in that town. He might not need to say nothing. You know what I mean?
That's probably more like it.
So they went on to, I guess they brought these guys up. Oh, no.
Yeah, what do the cops got to say about this shit?
This is what happens. They bring them in to hear the impact statement, and then they march them back out. And then they bring them in one at a time to get their sentence. Isn't that interesting?
They give them, so they send them out.
Here they are right here.
To only bring one at a time in.
back in for their because they're all sitting here listening to the impact statement.
Now, does that ever happen? Like, because I haven't heard of that before. I mean,
that's I don't know, but
is that standard practice?
I don't know, but you do have to be there if you're if you're the guilty one. You do have to be there for the victim's impact statement.
Absolutely.
You got to hear what they did. That's part of it. That's
did
part of
to
it.
The family or did to them. Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes they'll look at the family. Sometimes they'll say, I'm sorry. Sometimes they won't.
Right.
So this one, so now they're marching them all back out. And then I guess they bring them in one at a time. So here's one of the guys being brought in. I guess he's the first guy. And maybe he gets to make a statement.
They're going to give them statements. They're going to be allowed all that.
Well, they made statements in the federal trial.
Oh, wow. So they'll go again.
This is the state trial. And this time you don't get a nice suit or nothing.
Right.
Why do they still have him in chains, though? Like, that's...
Well, he couldn't even raise his hand to do the oath.
Yeah, that's crazy.
August the 14th, 2023, pled guilty to count 1 of hindering prosecution in the first degree.
Man, it's so quiet.
Hindering prosecution in the first degree.
Can you hear it?
Yes, sir.
Barely.
By the court, pre-sentence investigation report was ordered. We received that here today. We're here today for sentencing. You understand that? Yes, sir. Both counsel have the pre-sentence report. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Any additions or corrections on? None from the state, Your Honor. Not on behalf of Mr. McAlpin.
Now, if you did this racial thing to somebody and now you got a black lawyer?
For real?
Is it life?
For real? That's ironic as hell. That's ironic as hell. Good observation there, Dragon. What in the hell? You're right.
Yeah, hey, I need you to do the best you can for me. I'll take your case.
Well, I mean, maybe he thinks that having that attorney might help him not look racist or something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, actually, at this point, you're doing the best you can. I want the best attorney that's out there. I wouldn't care.
Doesn't care the shade of you. You know what I mean? I just need a good attorney. Get me out of this shit.
I don't, as a black person, I'm a little bit mad at the attorney. Like, why did you take that client?
Right. I was going to say, how do you feel about that? Because
he's going to look at me and say,
he's the one that decides I'm going to take the case on.
He's going to say, Dragon, I'm a defense attorney, bro, and everybody deserves a defense. What you talking about? Of course
What you talk about, Willis?
Money's green.
Hey, money's green, and that's all we see, right?
Your boy, yeah, come on. Not go on. Come on,
right.
Come on. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. That is a black guy. That is a black guy, right?
Exactly, Andrew. Reverse psychology, totally.
What happened why did they throw this up? What's going on? Give me my thing back.
You got jacked.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
You said under oath that you did understand that. Is that correct? Yes, sir. You understand that I am not accepting the state's recommendation today. I've rejected that recommendation. It's my understanding that the attorneys have met after I informed them that I have.
Things are getting ready to go bad.
What did he say right there? I can barely hear it.
The judge said that the state is giving you a plea agreement, and I'm rejecting that plea agreement.
Oh, snap.
I'm getting ready to do to you what I want.
Wow. Did not see that coming, to be honest.
Yeah,
Seemed like that judge was kind of, not like stoked that situation was going on in his courtroom.
So
that recommendation.
He said, I rejected that recommendation.
Have amended the recommendation. Do you understand that? Yes.
I amended the recommendation, which means I'm getting ready to jack you.
Anything from the state or the defense before I go into sentencing? Nothing from the state. Anything from the defense?
Your Honor, I would state, and speaking with Mr. McAlpin, he would respectfully ask the court to honor the original plea. He understands that the court is not accepting it, but I wanted to make that statement on his behalf. But he understands that the court has final say, as he did in this plea for the court previously.
Is that correct?
So his attorney saying, "Hey, man, give us the plea you said that the prosecutor said they were going to give."
Yeah, what happened to what you guys said?
What happened to what you guys said? What happened to what you guys said?
Totally.
And the judge is saying, no, they said that. They said
that over here. I'm the judge in this courtroom, and I decide this.
I'm saying this here. So it's getting ready to get uglier here in just a second for your boy here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, anything else?
No, sir.
Anything else before I get it?
All right, as to count one, hindering prosecution in the first degree, we order this court to serve 15 years in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections.
15 years.
That's just count one, my bro.
Include a victim's fund fee of $1,000.
That's just count one.
Count two,
$6,000.
conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree, we order this court to serve 5 years in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Specific conditions will include payment of court costs and expenses. $431.50 for a total of $6,431.50. All to be paid within 2 years after release from custody. You also will be required to permanently surrender your law enforcement certificate and execute the attached affidavit we will have for you for surrender of your transmission to the Board of Law Enforcement Officer Standards and Training.
That's a good question, Kevin. I don't know.
Concurrent, both counts run concurrent to any federal time.
So Kevin, no plea is the court. The judge always has the right. He has the
right to overturn.
Yeah, he has the discretion to accept a plea, overturn it, or make it not as bad as the prosecution wants it.
Right. They can dumb it down for sure.
Yeah, he can say, no, I'll give him 13 years instead of 15. You know,
totally.
He can do that. So the plea agreement is your best hope. Now, I'm sure there have been cases where guys say, no, I'm not gonna turn over. I'm not fixing to give you the information you want unless I can get a guarantee from the judge. That I'm sure that may have happened too in the world.
Totally.
But K. Wayne says if the judge doesn't want to do it, you can withdraw your plea and go to court and say, I'll take my chances with the court. Right.
All right.
Let's do that.
May I be excused, Your Honor? Yes.
So he got 15 and 5, so he got 20 years. I don't know if it's concurrent or not, but he got 20 years.
All right, 33, 5, 24.
I guarantee you it stacks.
Now they're bringing the next one in. That was pretty fast, man.
Quick sentencing.
Your whole life determined by another guy in 2 minutes.
Yeah, for real. Boom, like that.
All right, here's your next boy right here. Former police officer.
Mr. Middleton, you solemnly swear to testimony about to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
And you're Jeffrey Middleton, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Middleton, you understand you're under oath, you answer the one guilty of perjury. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
August the 14th of 2023, you pled guilty to count 1, hindering prosecution in the first degree, and guilty in count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that guilty plea was accepted and entered by the court. Pre-sentence investigation was ordered and reviewed, and we're here today for sentencing. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, both counsel have received a copy of that PSI, is that correct?
We have, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections or additions to it?
None from the state, Your Honor.
None from the defense.
All right, Mr. Middleton, at the time of your plea, your guilty plea that you made here, I told you at the guilty plea that I was not bound by any recommendation. That I was not bound by any recommendation to impose the maximum penalty. Is that correct?
That's a good lesson of the day, Fred.
You understand that I said that?
100%.
Do you understand that? Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you also understand that today I'm rejecting that recommendation made by the state. It's my understanding that the attorneys have gotten together after I informed them that I rejected that and agreed to amended recommendation. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state did make an amended recommendation, but as with Mr. McAlpin, my client rejects that, and he does understand the court's ability to go above the recommendation that he rejected.
All right, thank you. state, anything from state or defense, Department of Citizen?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
All right, to count one, hindering prosecution in the first degree, it'd be the order of this court to serve 15 years in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Specific conditions will include payment of a crime victims fund of $1,000, a fine of $5,000, and court costs and assessments. $431.50 for a total of $6,431.50. All to be paid within 2 years of release from custody. You'll also be required to permanently surrender your law enforcement certificate and execute the attached affidavit for surrender of your submissions to Board of Law Enforcement and Officers Training.
Check private chat.
Understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, counts 1 and 2 run concurrent. Both of them run concurrent to federal time. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else? Federal?
Your Honor, I think the court needs to pronounce this.
I apologize. As to hindering prosecution in the first degree, it'll be an order of court to serve 15 years in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. And count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
15 years. Jeez. What does this thing keep stopping for? How come they don't have jailers doing that?
For real. You're right.
I don't know why they don't have jailers doing that. All it's, you got to have the highway patrol.
For real. Mm-hmm.
Ain't y'all supposed to be out on the highway somewhere? Those aren't sheriffs with those hats on, are they?
Who are they?
That's highway patrol. That's state police.
Yeah, what are you doing here? Valid question. Look at this dude.
That looks like a real prison uniform from like 1950 somewhere. This is Mississippi, man. They're not playing down there.
It's probably the same shit from the 50s.
Look at him. It's got that 2XL on the back. Like,
Yep.
Christian Devlin, is that correct? Yes. Mr. Devlin, you understand you're under oath? Yes.
Your prison number should be on the back.
All right, on August the 14th, 2023, you pled guilty to count 1, burglary, and count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering the prosecution in the first degree. Do you recall that? Yes, sir. Okay.
No, I can't recall.
Entered by the court, pre-sentence investigation was ordered, and we're here today for sentencing. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Counsel, you received a copy of the PSI, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
State received a copy.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Anything from the state or the defense as far as any objections or additions?
None from the state, Your Honor.
None from the defense.
All right, Mr. Devlin, at the time that you entered your plea before me, I told you that I was not bound by a plea bargaining agreement, but could impose the maximum sentence. Do you recall that? Yes, sir. You also said under oath you understood that. You recall that? Yes, sir. Okay. You understand that today I'm rejecting that recommendation. It's my understanding that the attorneys have met, and after I told them I was rejecting that recommendation, come up with a new recommendation that they've agreed to. You understand that? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Do you have anything from the, is anything from the state or the defense before I go on sentence?
Your Honor, the court, Mr. Dedman understands the court has the right to reject the initial plea offer, and he has accepted the supplemental plea offer.
well, what else can he do? I'm not accepting your offer.
Okay, Mr. Dedman.
That makes sense, Aztec.
Let's say it's count number 1, burglary. They'll get ordered
Oh.
to serve 20 years in custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Specific conditions will include payment of a crime victims fund of $1,000, fine of $5,000. And as to count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering the prosecution in the first degree. It'll be ordered this court, that you serve 5 years in the custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Specific conditions will include the payment of court costs and assessments.
$431.50.
$431.50 for a total of $6,431.50, all to be paid within 2 years after release from custody. You'll also be required to permanently surrender your law enforcement certificate.
Why would you get out of custody?
Attached affidavit for surrender for the.
So 15 years from now, you got to give us $6,000. 2
Right.
years after
2
you
years
get out.
after you get out.
After we've taken everything you own, after we've taken your post certificate, you can't be a cop
Yeah, but to
anymore.
me, I think that making someone pay is, to me, I send them to jail longer. Why give them, where you owe
why should you and I pay
off?
Why should you and I pay for their court costs?
Well, I'm not saying that we should be the ones
the taxpayers are paying it. So they're just saying, no, you showed your butt.
If that's the case, then sure. You know what I mean? But like, I find it weird that there's like always like some money involved when I think it's like, dude, why are you even getting out? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Why owe money when you should be sent?
Some years ago, this was part of the like reform stuff. It didn't used to be that way, but some years ago, 15, 20 years, I remember that they started doing that. They started saying, oh, you're going to pay some of the court costs, this, that, and the other, and you got to pay $431 court cost for this 10 minutes we're talking to you.
For real. While we take your whole freedom, you owe us money too.
Now, we also, so a couple things here, comments. Somebody said that that's the prison protective custody colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that they wouldn't put your prison number on those colors there because
while you're in the courtroom recorded.
It could be dangerous because maybe you're going somewhere where don't nobody know you're a cop.
Yeah.
Like maybe I guess they don't have TV. Anyway, somebody else said something else. Let's see. What I missed that. Have you ever seen the signs outside of prison that say "Do not pick up hitchhikers"? Am I the only one that finds them hilarious? Listen. So I'm from Oklahoma, and we have a prison there called McAllister State Prison. That's the big famous prison. That's where everybody in Oklahoma goes to prison, in McAllister. And if you're driving anywhere around McAllister, Oklahoma, it's like only known for the prison. Like it's not McAllister Feed and Grain. Nobody. It's not McAllister Goodyear plant. It's McAllister Prison is what you're known for. I don't know if there's anything there other than the prison. It's been so many years since I've been there. But I remember if you're driving anywhere around McAllister, it'll say, "Do not pick up hitchhikers." And so about 1981, 82, maybe 1982, there was some guys that broke out of McAllister, and they made it to almost Norman, Oklahoma. And they were on the, I think that's the I-35 maybe going down there. I forget. I think that's I-35 goes down to Norman. Anyway, they got almost to Norman, and a man and his wife pulled over to help them. Their car broke down, and a man and his wife pulled over to help them, and they couldn't get the car started. So he said, "Hey, let me take my wife home, and I'll come back and help you guys." So he took the wife home, came back to help them some more. They killed him and took his car.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So that do not pick up hitchhikers thing is real
thing. Now, the big boss says something very interesting that I picked up on. That's why there's no jailers in the court, because they are being judged by their peers. That makes more sense because the cops are being judged or have the cops behind them. I understand that theory. And maybe that is. I have no idea. I'll have to look into it. But
I don't understand that. Explain that to me. That's why there are no jailers in the court, because they are being judged by their peers.
When it's me and you, we're going to have jailers in there taking us, not police officers. You understand? So because they're cops, they have the highway patrol there or whatever.
And not their boys.
Correct.
Okay.
Being judged by their peers. Interesting.
Joseph says we need to hear one of your lady encounters. I don't have a jail lady encounter. So back to the sentencing.
Surrender for transmission to the Board of Law Enforcement Officers Standard Training. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, counts 1 and 2 run concurrent, both run concurrent federal time. Yeah.
So you ain't no cop no more. And I guess when it says it runs concurrent with federal time, I guess that means that this is not an addition of time, right? This is just
concurrent, I believe, is where it keeps going. It's added, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be saying it wrong.
see, what's
how I
the
interpret it.
difference?
Running concurrently.
Concurrent and concurrent prison
He's going to get the definition right now.
sentences.
Means at the same time. Runs together at the same time. So if they add, okay, so Mike is right. Okay.
A concurrent sentence allows the defendant to serve all of their sentences at the same time, where the longest period of time is controlling. A concurrent sentence refers to a type of sentence judges are able to give defendants convicted of more than one crime. Instead of serving each sentence one after another, the concurrent sentence allows the defendant to serve all of their sentences at the same time. Oh, so that he got a break. So he got 15 years, but doesn't add
right?
over 15 years that he got.
So if you get 15 and 5, they're running both at the same time. So essentially he's going to serve the 5 in the same time that he serves the 15. So when he gets out in 15, theoretically, I guess, you know what I mean? Whatever. He does that time and gets out. So that's crazy. It's not being stacked.
15 plus 5.
Yeah, it's not being stacked.
Which would have been 20.
Right. So he's going to serve both at the same time, which is, to me, insane, but whatever.
So he got...
Uh-oh, did we lose Black Dragon? We just lost him. Oh, welcome back, kind sir.
Man.
You and your funky internet, bro. Lagging dragon.
It lasted an hour. It did last an hour.
Yep. He did pretty well. He only lagged a couple of times.
Did I lag in this hour?
No, you lagged after the hour a couple of times. You're kind of going in and out right now.
We're back.
Yep.
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Damn. How do you go from I was a cop to I'm in this red and white jumpsuit? That is just horrible, man.
33-5-26 State versus Hunter Elward.
Here comes the next.
Here comes the third of the 6.
Man, who's the camera guy? He sucks.
Yeah, he's not. He's not so. They're not. They don't. I don't know if they normally have cameras in court.
Absolutely.
This is some Yahoo that, gets this as an additional duty. Dang, this must be a nightmare, man. Look, Mike, they got their numbers are blocked out.
Yep. Because they're cops.
They're not cops anymore. He's getting ready to lose his certificate right now. He's still a cop until 2 minutes from now.
Yep.
All right, on August 14th of 2023, you pled guilty to count 1 of aggravated assault, guilty to count 2 of burglary, and guilty to count 3 of conspiracy to commit hindering the prosecution of first degree. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that guilty plea was accepted and entered by the court. The pre-sentence investigation was ordered. We received that and here today for sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, both counsel received a copy of that pre-sentence investigation. Is that correct?
We did, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Were there any additions or corrections on it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Elward, at the time of your plea, I told you in that plea that I was not bound by any plea bargain agreement to impose the maximum sentence. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also recall that you did agree to that under oath?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that today I'm rejecting that initial plea offer?
Reject.
Understanding that there has been a.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, Mike, because it's running concurrent.
Totally.
So if I got a 15-year sentence, it doesn't matter if you give me 15 years. Yeah. So the judge is grandstanding. He's looking.
Yeah, he exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defendant, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Elward, as to ag assault, count 1, it'd be in order this court to serve 20 years in custody of missing corrections. Specific conditions include a crime victims fund payment of $1,000, fine of $5,000.
How much time?
20.
Count 3, conspiracy to commit, hindering the prosecution of the first degree. It'll be the order of court serve 5 years in custody of Mississippi Department of Corrections. Specific conditions will include payment of court costs and expenses. $431.50 for a total of $6,000. $431.50 all be paid within 2 years after release from custody.
The
20 years now.
Prior to
Yeah, we'll get our court costs 20 years from now.
affidavit of surrender of
You may
transmission
have
law enforcement
interest on it.
training. Do you understand that?
Now they've taken his cop license from
1, 2,
him.
and 3 were running concurrent to the federal time also. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's a good observation, Andrew. This must be the leader. He has a white lawyer. LOL.
No one would take him.
33-527 State versus Daniel Opdyke.
Always go for the Jewish lawyers. You know what I mean? That's true, Big Drift. That's also true. You have to accept the
I hate to go against the grain, but if you join an outlaw motorcycle club, that's exactly what you just did. Participate in outlaw activities. That's not going against the grain. That's the modern, that's what most of those folks think. Oh my gosh, look at those shoes. They got slippers on.
Yeah,
What the heck
was
is
he
that?
wearing his shower shoes or something?
Yes, Your Honor.
I guess you can't run very far in slippers.
Yes.
I love how they tape off their freaking numbers, dude. That's hilarious.
Yes, sir.
This guy's got a 5XL on.
He a big boy.
23, you pled guilty to count 1 of hindering prosecution in the first degree. Count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, not that hardwire.
Court pre-sentence investigation.
Reread it.
Was ordered. I've received it. We're here today for sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So classy.
Plea that you made here.
They're not trying to be
I
classy.
told you that guilty plea not bound by any plea bargain agreement to impose the maximum sentence. Do you recall that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You said under oath that you did understand that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that today I'm rejecting that plea offer. My understanding is the attorneys have met and have an additional plea offer. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything from the state or the defense before I go on sentencing?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor. Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Nothing.
Mr. Opdyke is count number 1, hindering prosecution in the first degree. 15 years in custody of the city.
15 years. You're lagging, so that's why I said it.
Crime victims fine of $1,000, fine of $5,000, and court costs and assessments. And is to count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree. Is ordered this court to serve 5 years.
Or you're a cop.
Corrections. Specific conditions will include the payment of court costs and expenses, which includes that $431.50. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
For a total of $6,431.50. All be paid within 2 years after.
Oh, you got 15 years.
Will also be required.
So far it's been like 15, 15, 20, 15.
Yes.
A surrender for the transmission to the board of law enforcement and also.
And they all lost their
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
cop license.
Yes, sir.
As they should.
Your Honor, you didn't mention it, but the 2 sentences, the 15 years and the 5.
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Council 1.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
And also run concurrent to the federal time. Anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's got a double team here.
That's the whole reason that I asked, is there anything?
Both lawyers with him. Tables are turning. Facts, Todd. Shower shoes. Yeah, all of them so far, SSW.
All right, 33-528, State versus Joshua Hartfield.
I believe we
Yeah,
have 2
because
left.
this should have been attempted murder if you ask me.
Oh, no, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Oh, one guy did. Where's one guy? He's not there.
Uh-oh. Did he run?
I don't. Oh, here he
I
is.
don't want to go in there. Don't force me to do it. Bring your ass in here. Tell us what you did. Yeah, keep your head down.
Yeah, that's
Keep your head
interesting.
down. That's the walk of shame right there. Look at
That's
that.
interesting.
He didn't want the cameras getting his face.
And you're Joshua Hartfield, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hartfield, you understand the judge's oath, you answer to be sworn in under penalty of perjury. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hartfield, on August 14th of 2023, you pled guilty to count 1, hindering prosecution in the first degree, and guilty in count 2 of conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your guilty plea was accepted and entered by the court. A pre-sentence investigation was ordered. Received that, reviewed it. We're here today for sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Both counsel received a copy of the PSI.
State received it, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections on that?
Nothing
No,
from the
sir.
state.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hartfield, at that time that you entered the guilty plea before me, I told you that I was not bound by any plea bargaining agreement to impose the maximum sentence. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Totally, Aztec.
That under oath that you did understand that. You recall that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You understand that today I'm rejecting that.
Somebody has his uniform inside out. It looks
Recommendation made by the state, but it's my understanding.
interesting, like it could be.
It could.
Some discussion, and I informed them that I would not accept that plea. They come up with a new plea.
No acceptance of pleas.
Excuse me, a new recommendation that you say, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, is anything from the state or the defense before we go into sentencing?
Nothing from the state. Your Honor.
I wonder if they're looking at each other saying, you're the one that came up, you're the one that had the idea, this bad idea.
Totally.
This is
Totally.
the last
You
time I
did
get to see you in 20 years.
You're the one that thought of this. Yep.
$1,000 and a fine of $5,000. That's count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree of the Dorless Court, which is 5 years in custody of this Department of Corrections. Commit hindering prosecution in the first degree of the Dorless Court, which is 5 years in custody of this Department. $1,000 and count 1, hindering prosecution in the first degree of the Dorless Court, serve 10 years in custody of this.
Okay, he only got 10.
Specific conditions will include payment of crime victims fund, $1,000 and a fine of $5,000. That's count 2, conspiracy to commit hindering prosecution in the first degree of the Dorless Court, which is 5 years in custody of this.
Yes, Jarhead. These are all cops being sentenced. 6 of them.
I mean, since they want to throw the Bandidos out of a whole country and call everybody outlaws and stuff, what about their own people?
Yep, 100%.
You'll also be required to permanently surrender your law enforcement certificate and execute an affidavit for the surrender for the transmission.
But Big Boss, at least he didn't give him the plea.
Standards and training.
At least.
Somebody said, is this the one who did the snitching? He only got 10.
Straight up.
You understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Anything from the state or-
Nothing from the state. Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
I think all these guys are going to be PC'd up. Ghost Eagle. They were cops. So,
I think this is the last one coming.
all right. Last sentencing, guys.
Your Honor, maybe excuse.
For Jarhead, we cover what they did in the very beginning.
Oh, no, I think that was it.
Oh, that was the last dude? Yeah, it was. It was.
That was the last dude.
Wow. Okay. Well, I brought it down.
Everybody leaving the court now. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy story all the way around.
Nobody got to clap or anything like that. They didn't get to. Nobody got
Nada.
to do the clapping or anything. That's really crazy. Listen. So I mean, there's good and bad guys in every organization. There are people that deserve to be there and people that don't. There are people that are no good for the organization in every organization. So
And you can't deem an entire organization off of a few guys' actions. And cops love to say that the most. So it's kind of interesting how they love to apply that to only them, but not to organizations where they love to flip it and go, no, this is the entire organization that does it. It's a shame.
I'm going to do a special video perhaps today. There was a young black man that was shot they expended 96 rounds in 41 seconds. And that is a video that's going to absolutely be demonetized because it is definitely shows this guy being killed. And here we have the cops, a group of tactical officers pulled over.
This is in Chicago.
Yeah, a young black kid who, for a seatbelt violation. I'm going to do a whole video about this, and it's not going to be like anything you think, because everybody else is doing those videos.
Totally.
And my video is going to be directed specifically at young black men and sometimes women who get pulled over by cops. It's going to be a video that has the same conversation in it that my mother had with me when I was I started driving. In Oklahoma, you can get your motorcycle license at 14.
I was like 12. Holy.
You can get your driver's license at 12 in Oklahoma if you are on a farm. So
what?
Yeah.
That's crazy, but okay.
You don't get to like drive in the city or anything, but you can drive
be on your own farm or your own land,
or driving between the city between certain hours in the daytime. Like you might have.
I had that when I got my first permit when I was 15, and then you get your license the day you turn 16. That's when you're eligible. But yeah, interesting.
Right. So I got my license at 14. I was driving since I was about 12 or 13. And I remember when it got close to time for me to get my car license at 16, my mother sitting me down and having what we call the talk. And so I'm going
to police interaction talk.
The police interaction talk. I like that. We just called it the talk, the police interaction talk.
Well, because the talk is usually about sex. So, you know what I mean? The talk.
So you're right. So we're gonna, I'm gonna have this conversation, because
I'm eager to watch that video.
Huh?
I'm eager to watch that video that you put out.
So I might even do that video today. I've never done it before. I have a book that I was writing called what was it called? It was called Kill Proof. And I started writing this book, I think, after Trayvon Martin. And I never finished the book. Maybe I need to go ahead and write it. But it's basically, when I see the dumb stuff that kid did to get himself unalived, to get himself basically executed, it doesn't relieve what the police did. But you got to know how to keep yourself alive when you're dealing with these people who will unalive you, who don't see you quite as human, and
look at you down their nose, like you're subhuman,
or when they're afraid, because when you see these guys operate, you understand that you are dealing with people that are terrified of you.
Mm-hmm.
They think you're some kind of a Superman. You're some kind of black Superman that can sprout out of the car and leap over buildings.
Well, that is the excuse the cops use all the time. I'm afraid for my life. Boom.
And this is how they treat you. And you got to understand that surviving that interaction is going to be 100%, almost damn near 100% up to you, because they're terrified. They've got all kinds of ideas about their profiling. They've got you in, and they also know that they have decades, scores of years of protections where district attorneys are not going to find them guilty. District attorneys are not going to find them wrong. They're not going to charge them with murder. The only reason that the Goon Squad got charged with murder is because they finally went so far
It was
they
caught.
couldn't hide it. But this Goon Squad existed. There's only God only knows how many people they have crossed the line with.
Yep.
Before they finally killed
Well, if
one.
they were willing to do this, they were willing to do that to all the other people. You know what I mean? Like, if you have the capacity of doing that, then we know that we've been doing this in the past for sure.
Right. So this is so I'm going to do that video. I might call it the talk or something like that. Other people have done it. I need to do one because you got to know. And I think sometimes these kids don't know. Like that kid could not have known rolling up the window. Rolling the window back up precipitated his death. When the cop tells him, roll the window up.
Put both hands up.
Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now.
Hey, watch.
Unlock the doors.
Right there. That right there.
But why isn't he not unlocking the door?
That's why he got killed.
Absolutely.
At some point or another, if you don't understand that these folks will kill you, they will unalive you in a heartbeat. If you don't understand that, and you see all these people pulling out their guns, bro, you don't know they'll use them?
They will use, that's why they have it pulled out.
Their voices escalate. They start screaming 15 commands at one time that nobody can understand, all that stuff.
Yep.
Stop moving, stop. The woman is screaming at the top of her excited lungs.
I hate when women scream like that.
Hysterical.
I can't stand hysterical women. It's
just... And the next thing you know, it escalates. And I don't care what happens. They're not going to be found guilty. It also didn't help that he managed to shoot one of those cops.
Wow.
So that's what they're saying. He shot first.
No way.
Looking at the video, there you can see where they all turn and ran, kind of. So something happened that made that happen.
Spooked them. Yeah.
They all just almost dropped to the ground and they just scattered
like roaches.
And then turned around, blang, 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 blang.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what they find, they ain't gonna find them guilty. And then the one final part of that was when the kid falls out of the car. He gets out of the car. No matter how many times they shot, they obviously did not incapacitate him. He was able to get his butt out the car and ran to the back of the car.
What?
Yeah, he didn't have.
He pop the trunk and pull out a rifle or something? That's crazy.
No, he ran to the back of the car, ducking, trying to get away from them. That lead.
I believe it.
And maybe they thought he still had his weapon because, or maybe they didn't think that. Maybe they didn't care. The other thing you got to know is once you piss these people off, they're going to unalive you.
Yeah, and now he's out of the car after they told him to get out of the car. He doesn't get out of the car, but now
he's out of the car after they filled it with lead.
Yeah, once he's shot up, now he's willing to come out, you know?
I don't know if he came out with his hands up. He came out and ran to the back of the car. I don't think he ever got a chance to get his hands up. They annihilated him right there. And then the last 3 shots were while he was laying on his stomach, just completely shot up. And the police officer finished him.
Yep.
And if there are any charges, that will be what the charges will be. If there are any charges, those charges are going to come from the last 3 shots, which were clearly 3 shots in the back to a person that's down. But hey, you already can hear everything. Oh, I was excited. I was still afraid for my life, and on and on.
100%, Steve.
And so, if you don't know that these folks ain't playing with you.
No, they're not playing no games, dude. And they don't.
So I need to do that video. I'm going to do that video probably later today. It'll be a standalone video and not part of this hour-long thing that maybe somebody would never see.
True.
Be like a 8-10 minute video.
We'll do you do a specialized video for that. You know what I mean? We'll all be looking forward to it.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll be my contribution. I got pulled over by the cops 6 nights ago. And even at this age of 61, when I get pulled over by cops, I just
feel uneasy.
Feel like, I'm from Oklahoma. My parents are parents on my father's side from Mississippi, Canton, Mississippi. So it is really very much. K Wayne, what's up? K Wayne called me. I thought he had something to say. I guess not. So anyway, that's what's going to go on with that. Other than that,
wild nonetheless. Let's see what K Wayne's got to say on this.
K Wayne, what's up? Oh, turn your sound down.
In the background, yeah.
Who? Oh no. They found his body yesterday. Derek, I'm so sorry that your brother was found. I didn't realize that. Thanks, brother. I didn't realize that I just didn't see it. And
no, he didn't put it in the chat. It's something that's he said he was dealing with a hard time, but a few people know about it. But now
sorry about that, man. I did not realize that had happened. I didn't know about it. And
I wasn't going to say anything online. I was going to message him afterward or talk to him afterwards, but now that it's out there, Derek, much love and respect. My condolences. I'm so sorry. It's terrible to lose anybody that you love, man. And I feel for you. You can message me and talk to me, call me anytime you need or want. You know what I mean? We're here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that had happened. And I want to just tell you that I'm very sorry for your loss of your brother, no less. And I hope that the people are found that are responsible and dealt with accordingly. And you have our prayers and our condolences. You've been a strong part of our community, man, forever here on Black Dragon Biker TV. And you're on every single solitary day. And
he's from day one, dude. Day one.
Also, you can call me if you don't have my number. Mike will give it to you. You can call me.
Yeah, I'll just give it to him.
Or if you want me to call you, I will absolutely call you. And very sorry, man. Very, very sorry for you, man. And I appreciate you, Gatekeeper, for letting me know that. He says the perp is in custody, so hopefully we can hope that he gets the justice that he deserves. All right, man. Mike, get us out of here, man.
All right. Much love and respect to everybody. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure having you guys. We can't do this without you. Please make sure you guys are liking, sharing, and hitting that subscribe button, man. It means the world to us. Liking a video is like handing a creator $5. So, and also sharing is word of mouth on the internet. So we really appreciate that. Also, guys, both YouTube channels are completely demonetized. Here is Black Dragons, where you can donate to his channel at Cash App, $BikerPrez, or you can do it on PayPal at jbunchii@aol.com. And my YouTube channel has been demonetized as well. So my Cash App is $BallValve or Venmo at BallValve. Also, make sure you guys are following Black Dragon on all his social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of it. It's all the same, basically, Black Dragon Biker TV. And my Instagram and TikTok is at BallValve TV. So, guys, thank you very much. As you guys know, we're still looking here at the channel for sponsorships, advertisement spots. So if you guys have a company that you guys want advertised, please message either me or Black Dragon, doesn't matter. And we will go ahead and get a media kit to you guys so you guys can see the channel analytics and all of that stuff for the advertisement or sponsorship. So appreciate every single one of you guys. We'll see you in a bit.
And I'm Black Dragon. Hey, man, that's my 2 cents. Thank you guys for tuning in from all over the world. Thank you so much for our new subscribers and everybody. Thank you, Sven, and everybody overseas. Appreciate and love you all. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents down in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. Get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prosthetics Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when most percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG. Bonafide, certified, a true MC. The biker boys. The biker boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully.